as a coach, or at least a good coach, I believe, you should be able to ask the questions and make mistakes and look. I don't care if you're a purple belt or you're a brown belt. Like I used to like walk by, like I show a technique and then you see them do it, and you see them do it wrong, and then they switch. You know, it's almost like they go so fast because they don't want the instructor to see that they don't understand it.
Sure.
And it's like, like, oh well, maybe that'll hold up me getting ranked in my belt. Maybe he'll understand. He'll look down on me. It's like, dude, man, if I don't understand something, I'm going to ask a question. Like that's what I'm here for. And if you're hiding stuff underneath the carpet, you're like, well, I don't really understand this. So you drill it. Like, you know, the guy that goes like, you go ahead, you drill it.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, come on, dude. Like you're paying the money. The coach, unless your coach is a complete jerk, you know, like you can ask a question and you can be like, hey, I don't get this. I'm not, this is not working for me. It's like, perfect. Guess what my title is? Coach. Right. And guess what I'm going to do? Yeah. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to try to make you understand it. If I can't make you understand it, I'm going to try to get us closer to it, you know? And I think that a lot of the people that don't raise their hands are the same people that kind of like, if they can't do something, if they think they're doing something incorrect, they'll hide it. And it's like, that's only wasting your time, you know? And I try to make that like a thing with my students. It's like, man, you can ask me anything. I don't care how stupid it is. You can ask me. And I kind of have a good rapport with my students. I'll be like, are you kidding me? That's okay. Like, you don't know this, but, but yeah, like, especially for white belts, blue belts, and purple belts too. It's like, I think purple belt is the belt where they know everything. Not only do they know everything, but they have their own variations of it for themselves. Sure. And then I know when a brown belt is a brown belt, when I know that when that purple belt is going to be a brown belt is when they start asking questions again. And it's like they've released that part of the ego. They've released that part that they think they know everything, or that I do. So coach does it like this, but I like to do it with my hand up. And it's like, it's the same move. This is the same move. And coming from somebody who's obsessed with mechanics and mechanical details, I'm going to tell you right now, that has zero change in the mechanical detail that we're showing here. So, you know, chill out with the inventions. I know a purple belt or a brown belt. I know a brown belt is a brown belt when a brown belt has zero problem saying, hey, what's going on here? I don't understand this. Or what would you do if this happened? And they kind of go like, that's when they're ready to relearn. It's like the blue belt's kind of like hey, you kind of understand what you're doing. You'd beat almost anybody you'd beat anybody with jiu-jitsu. So that's my rule for blue belts. Like, I will not put a blue belt on somebody if you cannot beat somebody who doesn't have any jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Like that's how I like, and that holds my guys back, you know, for like, I don't never given a blue belt in 6 months or a year. It's like, you got to be pretty qualified, you know, like to where I feel like anybody that walks in, no matter what their size, is that not that you beat them, but that you can control them. You can deal with that person. You can deal with that spazzy white belt. And then as soon as they get past that blue belt level, then they're like, well, I know a whole bunch of stuff. You know, it's like, and so purple belt is it was always the hardest belt to work with. You know, and always the hardest people to put into it, because now they're like that middle rooster kind of area where like they're the leaders of the blues and the whites, you know? And yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest things is when you're not asking me questions, I'm concerned. I hope there's no brown belts out there that aren't getting better because they think they'll never get their black belt if they ask too many questions.
Right. Exactly.
You know? So that would be, that'd be a tragedy, because then you're missing out on so much technique. You're missing out on so much details that you could be growing from, you know? So I hope the brown belts out there, other brown belts, not just my school, they're really getting their fill of the coach. The coach is there for an hour, maybe 2 hours, whatever it is. Man, now's your time. You know what I mean? Like I only get to spend so much time with my students. I want to maximize that as much as I can.